Welcome to Tell Me More, the Allsteel podcast where design meets innovation and we explore the limitless potential of workspaces. In this exclusive series, we're peeling back the layers of workplace design. From the psychology of colors to the future of hybrid work, join us as we open doors to conversations with industry leaders, architects, and designers who redefine the modern workplace. This is Tell Me More, brought to you by Allsteel, because when it comes to designing the future, there's always more to discover.
Hello there, and welcome to the Tell Me More podcast. My name is Jordan Arnold, and I'm a Senior Workplace Advisory Manager with Allsteel. And I am here with some lovely human beings to talk about Gunlocke. So before we get started, I feel like listeners and watchers should know who they're listening to. So let's start with a little introduction. So Jay, why don't you get us started? Let us know who you are, what makes you tick, anything you want to share.
Sure. Thanks, Jordan. My name is Jason Wolfanger. I'm on the technical applications team. I lead the technical applications team for Allsteel Gunlocke. I've been with the organization over 25 years, strong background in product management and development, primarily focused on the Gunlocke and Allsteel brands. And I lead the technical applications team. There's 5 members on the team. 2 of us are focused on categories, and the other 3 are kind of more regional trade partner focused to help the sales team and our customers envision wonderful solutions. So I love working through those issues and finding great solutions for our customers. And with that, I'll turn it over to Christina, who's a member of the technical applications team.
Good afternoon. I'm Christina Wells. I'm Technical Resource Specialist, returning to Allsteel. I was with Gunlocke as a BDM for 3 years and was fortunate enough to come back into this role as a Technical Resource Specialist this past summer. And I'm just thrilled to be working with the Insight Source team and to support them in this new role.
So would it be fair to say that you collectively know a significant amount about Gunlocke? Is that fair? Or am I selling it too much?
I love veneer. Jay and I, that is something that we gossip about all the time, our different species, and we can go down that rabbit hole.
I love it. What's the number one? What's your favorite kind of veneer? I need to know now before we start.
I'm a rift cut oak girl.
Oh, rift cut oak. Jay, I should have asked that in the intros.
I'm a flat cut walnut guy. I like the rich heritage of that. I'm fortunate.
I love it.
I'm
sensing.
Go ahead.
You go.
No, I was just going to say I sit in the Wayland factory. We're the home of Gunlocke, where we've been located for over 120 years. So I get to walk into the plant every day and listen to the machines cutting the wood, and you can kind of smell it in the air and all that. So it's a great privilege, and love every minute of it. So
I love it. I feel like there's a personality test that we need to develop around like what kind of veneer cut are you? All right, so to get us started, let's talk a little bit about some of the ways that we've helped clients and designers understand and work with Gunlocke as a solution. So I assume that you guys have had all sorts of engagements with clients and designers around the Gunlocke brand. What are some of those things that we do to help them understand and work with Gunlocke?
Yeah, it's a really fun process. I think Christina can expand on this too, but I mean, each and every day is a little bit different of a challenge and a little bit different of a client that we're working with, and they have different drivers and needs that they're trying to solve for their individual space, and it's really fun. It starts really with listening. We're listening to the customers and understanding what type of culture they have, how they want to work. Health and wellness is always a super important part. Their brand image and retention of their membership is also super important. So just understanding all those kind of variables up front, and then just working through, how they want to work in their individual space. Do they do more heads down work? Do they do more collaborative work? And then we, jump into our standard platforms that we have and start throwing out ideas. And it's really a back and forth collaborative type approach that we use. And I think Christina can attest to some of that with some of the clients that she's worked with over the years as well. So I don't know, Christina, if you want to give us an example of maybe something that we worked on recently or.
Absolutely. I think one that kind of comes to mind currently is a financial services company. It's a regional bank, about 17 branches that I'm in the process of flipping over from the incumbent spec. And I'd worked with them previously. And just being able to use the Stratawood V2 veneer, taking them from a quarter cut cherry to a straight cut cherry, helps to be very cost conscious, meet their budget, and still maintain the integrity of their design and where they're trying to go. And once we were able to present that, they were just thrilled. So it's an exciting chance to be able to get our foot in the door, work with our dealer partner, and use that Stratawood to our advantage.
Well, and I love that idea that you started with, Jay, of listening, right? Like at the end of the day, we have there might be others within the industry, I won't name any names, that could be a little bit prescriptive in approach, right? So I appreciate and I believe this about, Allsteel and Gunlocke at our very core, is that we start first with listening, asking those questions, understanding the root of that customer need, and then aligning with them in order to identify the solution. So I love that.
Yeah, and I think, an exciting part of that for me is, going through that listening and understanding, what really drives them, what they're trying to do, and then showing them examples and helping them select, choices that feel good to them. And whether it's materiality, like Christina said, or a wall access panel that drops down so you can easily get to the wall and it makes it so simple for them, or a sit to stand desk that, makes it really comfortable for them to work on a day-to-day basis. All those things are kind of fun, and you can see that, when they get really thrilled when you can show them something that they have been part of helping develop. So
well, that's great.
Cool.
Can you do you guys have any maybe unique challenges that we've helped solve for that a client has brought to us that you could share?
Sure, I can throw out a couple examples. I mean, there's a variety of them, whether it's in a private office space or a conference space. But I'll say the one that I continue to see is, in the shrinking footprint, everybody's trying to, have a shrinking footprint. They're trying to get privacy. They're trying to have height adjustability built in, and they want it to, look and feel to scale within that small space. So they want to have their desk that goes up and down. They want to have their personal storage. They want to have, space for their pictures of their kids and their dog or whatever it may be, something
their
fun.
Beanie Baby collection.
Yep. Beanie Baby collection.
The Princess Di beanie.
Bowling trophies are nice too.
Yes, if you're good.
So there's all that personalization space. You want to have, your heads down workspace, and then also that collaboration. And every, the commonality of the size of the space is very consistent, but how they want to work in that space and how they want height adjustability to work and all that is different on every single job. And it's just really fun to see how, working with their A&D partners, how they select different materials from the natural woods to the fabrics to the back painted glasses, and they put together these absolutely beautiful vignettes that every time is like a challenge. But when you see it all come together and then end either in a mock-up or an installation at the end user, it's quite gratifying. So
that's great. Anything, Christina, from your side that you want to share? Unique applications that we've created to solve a client need?
I think just piggybacking off of what Jay was saying, working with, starting with listening to the A&D partners, your end users, and your dealer. Even on the dealer side, you have your BDMs, you have your technical designers, ancillary designers. Everyone has a voice and an opinion. And trying to, instead of walking in with a preconceived notion, just stepping back, listening to them, doing quick sketches and doodles to get that buy-in. And I think that that's been super helpful to get them to that next point.
Well, I want to piggyback on that a little bit. So it sounds like we do a lot of collaborative work with our clients as it relates to these ideas, right? So what about our approach is different or unique? Like, what about the way that we approach it is special? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I'll go ahead. I think, one of the things that I think is really important is we pull together all kind of the key influencers. There's always an A&D, member there. There's somebody from their facilities team that will come in and give, their input, clearly understanding all the drivers and letting them know that we're on this journey with them, like from this idea or this concept to solving the solution. We're with them every step of the way. If there's something, a materiality that they want to see that that they're not used to, we can get them larger samples really quick and get it to them fast. And again, it's just really about listening, understanding what they want, and connecting, kind of our expertise in this space and in this product to what they're trying to achieve, and showing them different solutions is really a collaborative effort. And it's really a great, gives out great result at the end on what we can show. And it's beautiful, it's functional, and also can meet, really a really nice price point for the customer. So. Excellent.
Christina, what about you?
I think also being kind of that key point of contact. I like to call it, it's almost a fusion of designed sales and concierge services, and then being that person who takes it back to tailored solutions and working with the tailored solutions team, working with materials team, and then when need be, even working with co-solutioning with our brand partners as well.
Mm-hmm. That's great. I don't want to label either of you in an offensive way, but I might identify you both as veneer nerds. Would that be accurate? Will you accept that label?
Sign me up.
I wear a sash and a crown, the whole thing.
Good. Yeah. So you do identify and you align with what I'm thinking. So as self-proclaimed veneer nerds, when we look ahead to Reachable Veneer, what's exciting to you about Reachable Veneer? And then what kind of story does that tell around our product development cycle? Why is it meaningful to the market and to our clients? Jay, you want to start?
Sure.
I feel like we've got a system going. So Jay, you go.
Sure. Let me start. So
you'll be my first veneer nerd.
I'll be your first veneer nerd. So we have a very extensive range of variety of veneers, and what a new Stratawood reconstituted veneer does for us is it makes, as more companies get kind of stretched for, with their budgets, and their budgets are getting compressed, it allows these clients to still be able to pick a wonderfully beautiful real wood material, that fits closer to their budget needs. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got all the texture and graining of wood. It is really wood. It's been, processed, engineered a little bit. And basically what it does for the client is, there's a lot of products now that there's a lot of, mobility and modularity around, where you want to be able to reconfigure it and all this. And with natural veneers, you can do that, but it's a little bit more tricky because the offices and the way they're finished, and natural woods, there's a lot of variability in it.
Yeah.
The reconstituted Stratawood veneers are really wonderful because they're very uniform. The color is very, very consistent. So it makes for, a very consistent looking office, and it makes it a lot easier for the end users to reconfigure and have everything still look very uniform and consistent in the end. So that's a very pleasing thing. The other thing that's super important about this new launch, and resonates with our customers, is, we all live in this world today where, sustainability, environmental factors are super duper important. So, this is a material that is, super rapidly renewable. So within 10 years, it's cut down and produced into this product. So it's not, not a tree that grows for over 50 years.
Yep.
And the other thing about it is, the yield on this particular tree and the material and the efforts that we're putting into it is much, much higher than it is on a conventional, natural wood. So from a sustainability standpoint, it's also a critical factor there, and something that our customers in our market really cares about. So
yeah, well, and it comes back to listening, right? Those are things that we heard. Those are things that we heard and understood, and we're responding to in a meaningful way, which I love.
Sure.
You're sure, that's fine.
No, I agree. I
agree. Yeah. Christina.
I think touching on what Jay was saying about the rapid renewable species, looking at this, taking to the next step of what is Stratawood. It's obeechy and it's basswood, it's poplar, these trees that are fast growing, and it allows us by utilizing that materiality, it also utilizes us to position ourselves into vertical markets that maybe we wouldn't have gone into, such as biotech and AI. Certainly in San Francisco in the Bay, where I am. They're very much that speaks to the design teams and the A&D firms that are here. So they love knowing about that. And it, as I said, it kind of leans into the whole H&I Allsteel sustainability profile and all the strides that they are making there.
Awesome. That's the end of my formal questions. Anything else that either of you want to make sure that we know about Gunlocke, how we approach things, kind of your interactions and engagements with the clients and the community overall?
I'll just add a couple more things to put on my Gunlocke, my background and my passion for Gunlocke is, Gunlocke is, located in upstate New York, right in the middle of the Finger Lakes.
Which is where you are right now, right?
Yeah, that's right where I am right now. It's actually beautiful. The trees are budding out and everything's great. But, there's an abundance of natural resources around us. So we're sourcing local materials and bringing it in here in Wayland. And, there's a large team here in Wayland that really loves this development process. We love, producing fine wood products, and we're here to listen. We're here to collaborate, and we're here to look forward to delivering you a wonderful product. So looking forward to those experiences and opportunities along the way.
I had the opportunity to chat with some women who have been selling Gunlocke for a very long time, and in an earlier episode of the podcast. So if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen. But one of the things they brought up at the end was this idea of family, which I thought was really special, and this mentality within the Gunlocke brand that it is approached as a family. Like, we do things for each other, we support each other, we listen to each other, and I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, it's a small community in upstate New York, and we try to get highly involved in the community, and everybody kind of knows everybody, and when somebody needs something, we rally around and we celebrate birthdays and births and all those wonderful things. So it is really a true family environment with really strong heritage and roots. So
I love that. Well, thank you both for taking the time to chat with me today. I really appreciate your time overall, but really Gunlocke's thoughtful approach in the work that we're doing, in addition to our desire to listen and understand. It's a thing that I think benefits us, and it's a thing that I think is very important as we think about how we best serve our clients. So thank you both. And thank you all for listening to the Tell Me More podcast.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of another fascinating episode of Tell Me More. We hope you enjoyed our conversation around Gunlocke's meaningful solutions. As we sign off, remember that the conversation doesn't end here. Connect with us on social media at Allsteel and share your thoughts, questions, or even your favorite moments from the podcast. We love hearing from our engaged and curious audience. Until then, thanks for listening.